Family stories, right? The ones that get passed down. They're more than just stories. They're like glimpses into like a family soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a legacy.
Totally. And today we're diving into one of those stories. Well, it's actually a poem called "The Legend of the Black Duck" by Jan Beecher.
Oh, I love this one.
It's about building a cabin, but it's like way deeper than that.
Right from the start, the poem creates this whole mood. A quaint little cabin perched high on a hill, surrounded by woods, peaceful and still.
Yeah, you can practically hear the wind in the trees. It's like that longing for a simpler time.
Totally. And at the heart of it all are Gordon and Shirley Beecher. This cabin wasn't just some random idea for them. This was their dream.
And not just any dream, right? The poem makes it clear they'd been holding on to this for years.
Exactly. Quite early in their lives, it says. That detail makes it so much more meaningful.
So they have this dream. But then, well, life happens. Gordon and Shirley have two sons, Bruce and Keith. The boys grow up, get married, have their own kids. Years go by.
And that's the point, isn't it? Life keeps moving, things change, but this dream of the cabin, it stays with them.
It's like a constant, even when other things are shifting. Though the poem does hint that it wasn't always easy. It says, Gordon and Shirley should have been content, but alas, their dream of a cabin was not yet spent.
That alas gets me every time. It's like a whisper of all the challenges, the setbacks they must have faced along the way.
Dreams aren't always easy, right? But maybe that's what makes them so powerful.
I think so. It's the perseverance, the sticking with it, that makes the eventual success even sweeter.
And that's when they decide to take the leap, right? Instead of just dreaming about it, they actually go looking for a place to build this cabin. Way up north, the poem says.
It's like they were drawn to this one specific spot.
Yeah, like it was meant to be.
The poem describes it as the most beautiful land that God could make, near Mora, along the Snake River.
Wow. It's like you can practically picture it.
Right, 5 acres, wooded and green.
Just sat there waiting to become part of their dream. I love that line.
Me too. It really captures the feeling of, like, finding the missing piece.
And they had a plan for this place, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they knew exactly what they wanted. They planned a retreat, cozy and warm, built in the shape of an A for its form.
An A-frame cabin. That's cool.
It's unique. And you know what else? They didn't do it alone. This is a family affair.
Oh, absolutely. The poem says, the cabin was begun with the whole Beecher clan working as a team.
Everyone pitching in, using their own skills and talents.
Gordon leading the way, Shirley with her plans and her painting, and Bruce and Keith putting in the muscle, nailing up siding and climbing on beams.
I love how vivid that is. You can practically hear the sounds of them building, laughing, creating something together.
There's this one part, though, that always makes me smile. It says, a high point in its building, when the bathroom at last received a door on it.
It's such a small detail, but it makes it feel so real. Like even in these big dreams, it's the little things that matter.
It really puts things in perspective, doesn't it? Like some dreams, they take time, real effort.
Yeah, it's not always easy.
The poem talks about lots of muscle, determination, and years going into this cabin.
Yeah.
Years.
That's commitment right there, pouring so much of yourself into something.
It becomes more than just like a project then.
It's an act of love, a testament to like believing in something.
And they did it. They actually finished the cabin.
Gordon and Shirley's dream,
Yeah.
at last, was complete. They finally had their wooded retreat. Beautiful.
But that's not really the point of the poem, is it? It's not just about the building.
It's about what the cabin represents. The dream realized,
Yeah.
the family coming together.
And the poem does this really cool thing where it circles back to the beginning, describing the cabin perched high on a hill, peaceful and still.
Yeah, it's like we're back where we started, but we've been on this whole journey with them.
We understand what it took to get there.
And that makes that peacefulness, that stillness, even more meaningful.
I love that last line, too. So then, on nights when the moon is full and bright,
It's like an invitation to imagine yourself there.
experiencing that same sense of peace, of belonging.
It makes you think, what's your version of that? What dream are you holding on to?
What would it take to make it real? Not just for yourself, but for the people you love.
That's a powerful thought.
It really is. Well, on that note, I think we've reached the end of our deep dive into the legend of the Black Duck.
Until next time.
Keep dreaming, everybody.